What's up guys, welcome back to the Vloggy Boys. It is a beautiful day today, probably around 24 degrees in Melbourne, and it's a great day for a ride. So I'm just going to take out my new bike. This is my 2006 Honda Shadow VT750. I just bought it 2 days ago, been riding it around for a bit, but today I'm just going to take it for a nice long ride. Gonna head up into the wineries and just sort of give you my honest thoughts about the bike, because I'm still a little bit undecided on it. First start of the day, complete cold start. Let's see if it needs choke at all. It's completely cold. Honda reliability. Alright, I'm trying something new. Recording through the microphone, connecting it to the phone, which is connected to my steering wheel. Well, my handlebar, not steering wheel. Hopefully this isn't shifty. You're gonna see a little wire flying around. Oh, hopefully you guys can hear me all right. You know, when I first got this bike, I wasn't sure about the exhaust, and it is very loud. I think it is too loud, but I guess I'm starting to see the appeal to it. Oh man. What a glorious day. Perfect day for a ride. Woo! I don't know if it's because I haven't gone riding for a long time, but this just feels amazing. Oh. Oh jeez, that was fun. Oh, what a glorious day. I get the appeal. I definitely see why people do this. Oh, my heart's racing. I get it guys, I understand. That was awesome. I think if you don't enjoy a ride on a beautiful day like this in the frickin' Yarra Valley, then riding's just not for you. I think I gave this bike the best chance to be enjoyable, and man, that was awesome. Just the low end power, just the grunt, the obnoxiousness. I'd hate to say it. I'm sort of getting used to how loud the pipes are. I see why people do it. I do feel like a hoon. I do feel like a bit of a dick, but it is enjoyable. That was fun. Bloody hell, guys. Oh, man. You know, before I even get started about the bike, I just want to say that I'm feeling really, really lucky. Really lucky to have this opportunity. And I really want to just take this opportunity to thank my partner, Vicky, because none of this would be possible without her. I really don't deserve this. Basically, she used her bonus that she got from work to buy this bike for me. So thank you so much. I really don't deserve this, and I feel very lucky. Feel very lucky to have this opportunity. Yeah, just feeling very grateful for all of this. It's unfair that she's working so hard every day, and I get to basically do shenanigans like this. So yeah, thank you so much. Once all this bike stuff is sorted, I'm really going to focus my attention on making her life as enjoyable as possible, because she really deserves the best. She deserves this. I wish I could bring her with me. Alrighty, it's a bit windy, so hopefully you guys can hear me. My honest thoughts on this bike. Honda VT750. It's a sick bike, isn't it? It looks great, it looks amazing. I think it's the most attractive looking cruiser, Japanese cruiser on the market. It just looks classic. It looks classic, it looks simple and dignified. In the looks department, it looks awesome. If you're into cruisers, this is a great bike. It looks really, really nice. Let's talk about how it rides. So this is not a small bike by any means. It's quite long. It's quite long. It's 250 kilos. For a beginner rider, you could be a little bit discouraged with this bike just due to the size. But I mean, look, I'm not a tall guy. I'm not a big guy. I am 175 centimeters tall. That's like, I think 5'10". And look, I can very comfortably flat foot it. And the weight is so nice and low on this that it's very comfortable. I'm very confident on it. Can easily lean it over. Kickstand is nice and high. It's not a bike that feels like it's going to tip over. Once you're riding, it's very maneuverable. It's very comfortable. You've got a wide stance. It's an easy to ride bike. It's not a fast bike, mind you. It's powerful and it can get up there in the high speeds. English. It's not a fast bike, mind you, and it's slow to get started, but it can cruise at high speeds, but it's definitely not a fast bike. The MT-03 is faster than this. No one gets a cruiser bike to race, right? You get it to cruise, and this is perfect for doing that. It's got enough low-end torque and power to quickly get out of the way when you need it, and it has enough power, high-end power, to overtake cars on the highway. It's all that you ever need, really. It's more than enough than what any rider needs in Australia. So in terms of how it handles and how it rides, it's good. It's a great bike. It's a great bike. The stance is nice and comfortable. I think it will suit someone who's a little bit taller than me, because I find that when I'm riding it, I'm not really leaning back fully on the seat. And so I feel like if I was a little bit taller and I could really sit back on it like this and hold on to it, then it'll be really nice and comfortable. Yeah, I think it'll suit a rider who's a little bit taller, but it's not required. I'm finding that when I'm riding this bike for an extended period, the vibrations isn't the most comfortable. My Kawasaki I find more comfortable than this bike. I think because as a cruiser, all of your weight is sort of on your lower back as you're leaning back. But with a sports bike, you share some of the weight with your arms because you're leant forward. But maybe it's just something that I need to get used to. I was riding for half an hour, 40 minutes, and I feel great. But I do know over the past few days, I was feeling a little bit of tension in my back and in my shoulders. But I mean, what am I trying to say? Overall, nice and comfortable. I think it's just something you have to get used to. Mirrors are great, lights are great, indicators are great. Look, it's a good bike, guys. It's a nice and reliable, and it just rides. It just rides well. Being a cruiser, obviously, steering and maneuverability isn't the best, but it could be much worse. As I said, weight is nice and low, so you can really, like, it's confidence inspiring around the slow turns. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about the brakes. So we've got a disc brake at the front and a drum brake at the rear. I'm used to riding a 43-year-old bike with drum brakes front and back, and the drum brakes don't really work. So this thing stops. It has enough stopping power. It's not like a sports bike in terms of how fast it can stop, but it's enough. It's definitely enough. So brakes are fine. I can't really fault it, honestly. There's nothing about it which I can say that it's poor. It's a good bike. It'll get you from A to B, and it just rides really well. The shocks on these bikes are adjustable. I haven't adjusted mine yet, and I have a feeling that I should adjust it because it gets a little bit bouncy over some bumps. So maybe the previous rider was a lot bigger than I am. Man, it's a cool looking bike. So the only thing that is stopping me from loving this bike, and I'm really trying to like approach it with an open mind, the only thing that's stopping me from loving this bike is the exhaust. It's just really loud. It's really loud. I'm thinking of getting stock exhausts for the bike and selling these, but that's really hard. Like, stock exhausts are quite hard to find for this bike. I can also buy baffles, silencers and baffles for these Vance & Hines short shots. I've managed to find 2 of them in Melbourne, and they're $120 each. So in total, around $250 just to baffle these mufflers, and that should hopefully bring down the note. I really do like the sound, the texture of the sound. It's really like low and gritty and just badass, but it is just a bit loud. I don't think Vicky would like it either. Like when I'm thinking of a bike like this, I'm thinking of a nice cruiser where me and Vicky can ride on it together on a beautiful sunny day like this. And I'm just thinking, if it's too loud, I don't think that it's the type of bike that she'd enjoy. I do see the appeal. It is very fun, but it does get a bit old. After a long ride, my ears do tend to ring a little bit. Of course, I can get earplugs, but I think it's just not me, I guess. But I do see the appeal. I definitely do see the appeal. So, final thoughts on the Shadow. I think this trip today, this ride, really showed me how enjoyable the Shadow can be. I think it's a bike that I'm going to enjoy for a few months, and then I might sell it. Obviously, I bought it for a really low price, so I could probably sell it at a premium and make a bit of a profit and then move on to another bike. But for now, I think I'm not in love with it. It's fun, it's a great bike, and it's a great experience, but I'm not in love with it. So I think I'm gonna enjoy it for a few months, and then I might look at selling it and buying another bike. That's my thoughts of it. If you are looking at Honda Shadows, it's a great bike, guys. It's just not for me. Yeah, it's just, I've had it for 2 days and I'm already thinking about selling it, so that's probably a sign that it's not for me. But hey, while I've got it, I'm gonna enjoy it. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna go for another ride. And yeah, just gonna enjoy this lovely bike and just enjoy these opportunities that come by. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.